Greetings, redheads. Thank you for joining me in another edition of your favorite show, the one, the only Reds View. Of course, I am your gracious host, making sure y'all can hear me. I am your gracious host, the one, the only J Red. Thank you, everybody, all the new subscribers, all the old school subscribers, the day one redheads. Thank you to everybody who supports and shares the channel. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, which is youtube.com/RedsView is going across your screen right now. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight rather. We're going to start it off real strong with some disappointment. Okay. J Red is a little disappointed. Okay. Now, I'm excited for this versus battle that's going to be taking place this weekend, October 25th, for No Limit versus Cash Money. If you've been following this page, I've been talking about it. If you've been following me on Who Gave You a Podcast with CJ, my other podcast, you see that I've continuously talked about this battle. You should know by now I'm a big Cash Money, No Limit fan. So super excited. But I'm starting not to get my hopes up. And the reason that I'm not getting my hopes up anymore is because I feel like this versus battle might be weak. It might be weak. Okay. Now hear me out when I say this. After doing some investigation and some research, it looks like we won't get the versus battle that we're thinking we're going to get. Now, I hope that I'm wrong, but it doesn't look like we're about to get the versus battle that I was thinking that we were going to get. So the first thing that I found out, this is all allegedly. I hope this changes. So versus battle traditionally is 20 for 20, 20 songs versus 20 songs. It doesn't look like this versus battle is going to be that. I'm hearing rumors that it's going to be 10 for 10. And the reason that I'm guessing it's going to be that is because it's going to be a complex con. So it's going to be a part of an event and not its own separate event. So that's why the sources are kind of more believable. I think BG himself said that it's going to be 10 versus 10. So that already got me a little less excited, right? Then I'm assuming that Lil Wayne isn't going to be a part of this versus. It's only going to be 4 members of Cash Money there on the stage. And it looks like Wayne won't be there. Now, of course, Turk, if you follow Beehive, Turk's page and everything like that, I knew that Turk wasn't going to be there. And, even though I want Turk to be there, I understand why he's not because of all the controversy that he's been stirring up since he's been released from jail. Him and BG got cool. He was on tour with Cash Money, but then he got kicked off the tour by being too greedy for social media attention and trying to drive up his album sales. So Turk talked his way out of the bag. We already know how that goes, but I still wanted him to be a part of this versus, but I was okay with him not being there because of that. But let me show y'all something. So what made me feel like Wayne is not going to be there? 2 reasons. One, shout out to DJ PM. He told me that Wayne has a show that's going to be that same night in Vegas, which I did look up. He has a show in Vegas that same night, but I had my hopes up because I'm like, okay, well, maybe, since he's in Vegas, why wouldn't he appear at the Versus? So I'm hoping I'm wrong about that. But this is the reason why I feel like Wayne isn't going to show up either. So Versus dropped some versus merch for this Cash Money and No Limit battle. And I want y'all to look at this t-shirt. Now, what's wrong with this picture right here? What is wrong with this picture right here? How many members of Cash Money do we see on there? Ladies and gentlemen, we only see 4 members of Cash Money on there. And hold on, y'all, because I thought my background was cool. Hold on, let me add that. Okay, boom, there we go. All right, so yeah, we only see 4 members that are participating in this versus. We see Juvenile, and I've seen him share the link. We see BG, I've seen him share the post and the link and everything. We see Manny Fresh, he shared it, and Birdman shared it. Turk ain't on there, and Lil Wayne ain't on there. So that makes me feel that Wayne isn't a part of this either. Wayne isn't on any of the merch, ladies and gentlemen. And let's look at some other merch that they have too. So that's one. Let's see. This one right here was the first one that caught my eye. Look at this. Talking about Cash Money Records versus. So I'm assuming that these are the participants of the versus battle. You got Baby, well, Birdman, BG, Juvie, and Manny. But you don't see Turk on there. You don't see Lil Wayne on there. And I'm like, I even wanted to purchase one of these shirts, but I'm like, I'm not about to purchase these shirts, you know? Not with if Wayne, but like y'all could have made some old hot boy stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I guess maybe Turk could file a lawsuit or whatever, and I guess can't Wayne don't care. You know what I'm saying? But with that merch right there, it's looking like Wayne isn't going to be a part of this either. So that gets my hopes down because now Cash Money, right? It was going to be so, including the big timers, it's 6 Cash Money records from that day. You know what I'm saying? So you got the big timers and then the hot boys. 2 plus 4 equals what? So with those 6, like you already have a small group going against the No Limit Army. Now I know C Murder's locked up. I know Mystical is locked up. I know Magic is dead, but you still have a plethora of other No Limit records artists that could show up there. Young Bleed wasn't on No Limit, but he can show up on there. You got Master P, you got Mia X, Fiend, Snoop is gonna show up. That's 5 right there. You got Mac, that's 6. Who else could come out there? I hope he don't bring out Lil Romeo. That's 7. You got Silk the Shocker, that's 8. You got Mr. Servo, and that's 9. You know what I'm saying? And all these people still have great relationships with Master P, you know, in the No Limit roster. So you got that many people, but it looks like the team is weak over at Cash Money. Now, can the song still be played? Yes, but see, Murder's not there because he's incarcerated. Mystical's not there because he's incarcerated. Mac is not there because he's dead. Soldier Slim isn't there because he's dead. So you got able-bodied people like Turk and Lil Wayne, but they're not going to be a part of the verses. And it's supposed to be 10 versus 10. I don't know if I'm as excited as I was. You know, I was thinking it was going to be 20 versus 20, hearing all your favorite songs from the No Limit camp and the Cash Money camp from back in the day, but it doesn't appear that it's about to be this, and it has me very disappointed. So I'm not trying to get my hopes up. I'm not really expecting much from this battle, especially if Wayne isn't going to be a part of it, because I can see Turk not being there because it ain't like Turk has any solo hits, but Turk, his presence, that's what we want to see. We want to see everybody that can make this battle be there for this battle. All the No Limit artists, all the Cash Money artists, we want all that. So I'm thinking that this might be a weak versus, especially if it's 10 versus 10. And like I said, it's going to be during Complex Con, so that may have something to do with it. But I would think Wayne would be there because Birdman's going to be there, and Birdman wouldn't accept no chump change to be a part of this versus. So I don't know, but that's what it looks like according to this merch. So y'all let me know in the comments what you think about this. Do you think Wayne is just gonna make a surprise appearance? Are you upset the Turk ain't gonna be there? I don't know, but the No Limit and Cash Money fan of me is kind of disappointed from what it's looking like. So we'll just have to see, man. We'll just have to see. But y'all let me know in the comments what you think about this. All right, so let's move on.